the tip. And with me, like always, hopefully always, my good co-host Shady.
Hello, everyone. This is the second episode.
The second episode, and I will have to apologize for it being a little bit more serious topic one. Um, had some serious shit go down a couple moments ago, and don't know how to cope with it if I'm being 100% with y'all. Um, I was laughing pretty hard and kind of shiggled, so it was like I said, it
You
was
know, the best ones.
those are the best ones, dude. Sucks that it was in public though. So, I had to run back upstairs with the dog and basically just run into the bathroom and be like, get the fuck out the way.
Yeah, no, I wish I can do that. Like on command, It's the
Dude,
game changer.
dude, these fucking farts, dude, or whatever, right? My dad always says it's better to lose the friendship than have a twisted gut, basically, and I take that to heart every single time. So whenever
Man,
I
you're
can,
lucky
why?
you have it then.
That's so fucked. And so basically, whenever I need to fucking let a fart out, I'm gonna let it out. I don't give a shit. I ripped like five in Shady's car the other time around. He didn't even fucking notice.
I'm gonna be honest, I did notice, but I allowed it because as soon as he got out, I was just right into the car seat and
Alrighty
but
then. That's my co-host. That's our Shady right there, man. That's more info than I needed to know for sure. So, uh, we mentioned on the last episode that me and Shady have worked like odd jobs here and there, right? Or at least I hope we did. Um,
right.
so one I haven't done, and I know you've done, is DoorDash. Am I right?
Yes, I did DoorDash for about 2 years, I believe.
Oh, it's not bad.
Yeah. So funny thing on how I got it was when I first applied to it and they said no because apparently there were some issues with my license that I wasn't even aware of.
He's illegal.
So yeah, no, I didn't find that out until later. So so I went and got that resolved. But before I started applying to DoorDash again, I just thought, hey, it's not gonna work out, so see what else you can do. So I applied to Instacart and
Ooh.
they hired me. And at the same time, I had kind of submitted the application again to DoorDash just for the fuck of it. I didn't think it was gonna be taken. And as soon as I got accepted by Instacart, I got a notification from DoorDash. Hey, you're approved. Welcome to the team. Start dashing whenever you want. So I said,
Hmm.
fuck it. And and honestly, I got some pretty good DoorDash stories. Probably my craziest delivery was to strip clubs, It's just
Whoa. Hold up. That one I didn't know. I'm gonna need you to elaborate a little bit on that. Holy shit. Wait, hold
right.
up.
So right. So I forgot what the food was, but somebody had ordered it and I received it and I said, yeah, it was a pretty good money, pretty good tip. Get it. So just a tip. And so I'm taking and following it to the address that it was listed on the app. And when I get there, I'm looking at the building. I'm like, this is a fucking strip club. I was like, let me confirm, So I texted the customer that ordered it, and yeah, she was like, yeah, it's a strip club. I'm here inside. You can come in. I was like, oh, you want me to come in? Like, you can't come on here and get your food.
Oh,
And
fuck.
yeah, no, she wanted me to go inside. So I go inside, and here I'm like, oh, it's probably a security guard or a worker. No, it was one of the actual fucking strippers.
Oh,
So
shit.
she comes out all fucking lingerie and shit, fishnets, all that stuff.
Was
That it
she
was
bad?
the I don't know. I won't judge.
He's not gonna comment because he might get slept.
No comment on that, but it was the most awkward um delivery I've ever done. And then there's some that are to like bad areas, and it's just got you so um how do you say it? Like you're on alert, because of the area that it is. It's all dark, you're in the hood, and so it was a bit um not scary, but um how do you say it? I guess I was a little nervous to deliver to those areas,
You
but
gotta
yeah, I did it, and
be, you
it
gotta
was
be
fun.
like alert. You gotta be on point because you never know
Yeah.
these sketchy areas, man. I've heard so many like stories from the Uber drivers or the Lyft drivers that I've had where they said they come to drop somebody off and then just some random stuff just pops off and then ends up in a shootout. No way to get out.
Right, right. And I've heard and seen too many scary stories,
Oh,
I don't know if
fuck.
I don't know if you know, but I go to sleep to scary stories, you know,
Well, not anymore,
which is,
apparently.
well, not anymore because I'm not allowed to, but n normally, yes, I would normally put on some scary stories, and a lot of them were delivering, and I really like that concept because, hey, I know that, I relate to that, you know, but it was fun. I liked it. And the
And
fact that you can choose your own hours, it's the best part of it. What days you want to work. If you want to work 2 hours, cool. If you want to work 10 minutes, that's fine. If you want to do one order to order, that's fine. You choose what you want to do, and I think that's really awesome with DoorDash, or any other food deliveries, but I just needed something more consistent, so I ended up leaving DoorDash.
and the reason that I brought it up was because I had basically before the pod went on, I had texted Shady like, "Hey, dude, are you ready?" He's like, "No, my kid needs to go to sleep at 11. Or he's gonna go to sleep at 11." Like, cool. It's like half an hour before, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna DoorDash some, and I'm gonna take a shower while I'm sitting on the toilet, fucking waiting to DoorDash. I start scrolling through the thing, and just for reference, what kind of car did you use to DoorDash?
I would use my old Honda. Well, not old, but it was my Honda Accord 2019.
All right,
Fucking
so
badass car. I loved it.
we can establish that a Honda is not a pickup truck or a car that can handle a shit ton of stuff on top.
No, no.
So, I don't know if you checked recently, but one of the most recent people that have added their store onto DoorDash is a mattress firm.
I have not seen that actually.
Who
That's
the
pretty
hell
hilarious.
Who the hell is thinking, holy shit, I forgot my bed. Let me DoorDash a bed. Just to let you know, these guys who are on DoorDash, they have scooters, they have skateboards, they have bikes, they have cars, they have motorcycles, trucks, all that shit. I'm just wondering how that process goes down. Imagine this, right? You're like, dang, I forgot my bed at home. Let me get a new one. And so you DoorDash a king size mattress and some dude on a fucking bike comes in, just strap that shit onto his back with like fucking rope and stuff, just biking across town to come and leave you off your fucking mattress for like a $3 tip or some shit. That is bullshit. Why would that even be a thought, dude? I get it, you gotta expand like stuff. They obviously do the box springs, the mattresses, pillows, whatever it is that you need. But I just find that like as a ridiculous concept, just saying like, let me DoorDash my mattress, I'm gonna throw this one out. I'm gonna DoorDash a new one, and somebody pulls up in their Honda Accord 2019 with the mattress just, lassoed onto the top of the roof.
You really had to say the car to insult me. Why don't you just say it's gray at this point as well?
Of course, I thought it was black,
No, it was like a dark gray.
so it was black. Um,
No, it was a dark gray.
and now that you had mentioned strip clubs, right? I do maintenance. We know this. Uh,
Hmm.
and yesterday was it was a
Holy
UFC.
shit.
What?
The liquids and the chemicals that you would find cleaning up a
Oh,
strip club.
oh my fucking God. There is different things.
STDs.
Dude, there's so many different things, but here's the thing. I don't know whose idea it was last night to basically it was a UFC event at this nightclub. People came, people weren't interested, and they went outside. there is like a whole thing, like little rows of cocaine that are spread out on this table when I got there, right? And one of the employees surely thought, let me clean this up. They got the Fiji water, they threw it on top and made a complete fucking mess. So now it's just like a dried up fucking thing of like cocaine on this fucking table that they couldn't get out. I don't know how much money went towards that, but that's it's probably more than like $100 worth of cocaine just on this fucking table alone. And you just reminded me of that when you said the strip club stuff.
Yeah, like it's just people just be bringing the most weirdest shit over to the strip clubs, you know? I've been to one once, and not my cup of tea. You know, it's just a way to lose your money because you're just gonna be trying to give it to these strippers, you know, and
Actually, I
just to
don't.
flex. Oh, they're all on me. Like, oh, homie, that's their job.
That's literally their
They're
job.
supposed to be on you.
I don't know if you
Yeah.
heard, but there was a strip club called Skins in Scottsdale, and they got busted with this like scam sort of thing that they were doing.
Oh
So
wow.
there's the how I would put it, the general public, where it's everybody who just comes to see the girls, whatever, they make it rain, and then you got the private dances, right? Well, apparently these girls throughout the private dances would get customers who are already drunk or drugged out. They would reach into their wallet, take out the credit card while they weren't noticing. They would run up a tab buying expensive ass shit. And some people came out, said, "Hey, you guys drove me to bankruptcy. Hey, I can't pay for my house anymore." Or, "Hey, fucking, y'all stole my credit card. I didn't have any money, but that was still pretty rude." And now I think they were in a lawsuit for somewhere over like $12 million, which is
Jeez,
just fucking insane.
that's a lot of money. That's a lot of dough.
You made it rain a couple times with that.
Seriously, man, 12 fucking million dollars. They're probably gonna lose that case as well. So,
Oh yeah, dude, especially if it was the girls themselves, not saying that it was, but if it
mhm,
was them that was like, constantly feeding them drinks throughout the night and said, "Hey, why don't you come over here? I'll hook you up with the free dance." Just reach in, you end up like fucking $10,000 in debt or some shit.
right, right. And it's a known problem that does happen. It's not like, oh, it's a theory or it's a conspiracy. No, it happens.
You guys can
Not
look it
all
up
of them.
actually.
Yeah, not all of them, but a lot of them do that, which I don't know.
You just got to be careful out here at these clubs, man. I personally, if I have free time, I will hit up a club. It's just not one of these clubs. It's more so a comedy club, and there
Yeah.
you're not really at risk really for that much trouble. However, you are at risk of getting threatened to get your ass beat outside of the club. That's a different story though. But at least you're not going to end up like thousands of dollars in debt because of it.
Or you can get shot for saying the wrong jokes. But hey, that works too. Man.
I mean, I guess at this point you're not even wrong, dude. Like nobody fights anymore. It's just all resorting to
Exactly.
guns.
Everybody, exactly. Like they shoot first, ask questions, never. Like
Exactly.
it, and nobody fights anymore. That's why you just gotta have something with you to protect yourself, you know. But oh well, what can you do, right?
One of our favorite
Second
movies is
Amendment.
You Fucking Bitch. Just there to rub me like that. Uh, One of our favorite movies is Friday, and I was
Oh,
just
Sunday.
and I was just thinking, these guys are getting pretty older out here, right? Ice Cube is reaching into the 50s. I think he's already 50 something, right?
I think so. I think so.
And you got Chris Tucker, the same thing. Do you think they're ever gonna come back with a new Friday, last Friday, something like that?
Would be amazing if they did, but you couldn't have what was that? What was that guy's name?
Oh,
Debo. You couldn't have Debo. He passed away. You can't have Craig's dad. He passed away. John Witherspoon, by the way. Um, yeah, a lot of these people have passed already.
that's also another reason why they canceled that remake or that reboot of the Boondocks was because he ended up passing away and they didn't feel
He
right.
was a
Yeah, he was the granddad.
yeah.
And they didn't feel right basically continuing on the series without him being there, which I
Yeah,
completely
which
understand. It's respectful.
Yeah, makes sense, you know. Speaking of birthdays,
Hmm.
did you know that there is secretly a 13th zodiac sign?
Ooh, what's that one?
I'm probably gonna butcher this, but I think it's called Ophiuchus,
A phew, because it sounds like something you say when you sneeze.
or like when you see it and then your couch starts levitating, you know.
My ceiling fan just fell down, I think.
And because the way I found out was, okay, I'm a Sagittarius. I am a December born. Okay. So I was looking at traits and stuff like that. And look, I'm not a person that believes in all that stuff where, oh my God,
Cap,
you're this because you act like this because you're a Sagittarius. Oh, you act like this because
cap.
you're a Virgo. You do this, you do that. Like, I think it's corny, but I started looking up some traits and shut up. I looked up some traits and for Sagittarius and I realized that a lot of them just don't correspond to me. Maybe that's why it made me not believe it because I was like, I don't know, like I don't know how my birth date it's gonna tell me who I am, how I am, and what am I to be, you know? I feel like people is
Right,
just who they're gonna be is who they want to be,
right.
regardless of what they are, anything, race, birthday, zodiac, whatever. But and I looked up at this Ophiuchus zodiac sign and its traits and the dates, and I was like, I noticed that if they included it, I would have been Ophiuchus rather than
Interesting.
Sagittarius because the dates for Ophiuchus are November 29th to December 18th,
Oh,
and
you fall right there.
I fall right there under it. And which makes sense. And I started looking up and more of the traits behind it. And yeah, you know, I guess I fall more for that, you know,
So
under
what
those
would
traits than of
be
Sagittarius.
what would be those traits? Do you know them off the top of your head?
I think it was insightful and curious, seeker of wisdom and knowledge. That's what I saw.
Interesting.
Dynamic, powerful, funny with a dry sense of humor. Um, Basically, it's mixing Scorpio and Sagittarius in a way. It's kind of mixing them both, you know.
Dude, that's crazy. I that one I didn't know. I mean, I don't really pay attention to it. Last time I was over at your place, I got roasted for whatever the hell, and I have no control over that. But you know, I still ended up getting roasted by you and your girl,
And I guess
Rick.
since there's 12 of them and that would be the 13th one, they never included that one because it was the shortest one, you know? So they said,
Right.
we don't need it. We don't need that one. Just ignore that one. It's fine. It's the smallest one, the shortest one. Don't worry about it. So that's the reason why they never included it as part of the 12. And for the 12 being the 12 months of the year.
It
Because if
goes
they
perfectly.
included, yeah, if you included Ophiuchus, everybody's zodiac would change. Everybody's because the dates would just be all switched around, you know, and
Oh,
uh,
I didn't even
it,
consider that. Yeah, you're right.
yeah, it would be messing up other people's. So for people that think they're Scorpios, they would be Ophiuchus people, and yeah, like, but
I
it was an
remember.
interesting topic about that I was looking into, and
Yeah.
I just figured I should elaborate on that and
That
what my
one,
thoughts on it.
it's an interesting one. I don't believe in those type of things, but it is interesting that you brought it up because it also jogged my memory about this one time, uh, a specific friend of ours, um, who we always sing his name whenever we say it. His sister had posted a thing saying, "What's better than cancer?" Right, as referring to that zodiac sign. And you know me, at that time I was dumb. I'm not, it hasn't changed, but I was younger then. And she said, what's better than cancer? And I just fucking commented underneath AIDS. And everybody started laughing with me at the comments to the point where she took
Oh
down the
my God.
post and she blocked me on Facebook. I just considered it a win after that, honestly.
Oh my God, that is so funny.
Oh shit.
What is better than cancer? Oh my
It'd
gosh.
be AIDS.
What is that? What is that? The treatment, I guess I could say that you start when you got cancer.
It's chemo. I thought like a
Oh, shit,
radiation
I would
thing.
have commented that.
Oh, fuck.
Chemotherapy.
I should have. Fuck.
Or death.
Oh, fucking just die. Oh, fuck. That just got grim so fast.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, you get rid of the cancer once you die.
No, you don't actually. Like,
Well,
it
you know
depends on
what I
the
mean.
type
You
you
don't have
get.
to deal with it no more. You don't have to deal with it
Oh,
no
of
more.
course you don't. But you know what's very much like I'm a person that if I see a certain like texture, I want to touch it. I think I might be restarted. But uh they had posted a picture on Reddit or Instagram. It's like a person who passed with a specific type of bone cancer or something. And like part of the skull was basically like it was like picked at sort of like the cancer had gone so far that it had like messed with like the structure of the skull and it looked
Yeah,
fluffy sort of, but it's not because it's like pure bone. You know what I mean? I don't know how to describe it really.
yeah. I think my wife showed me that recently because we went to the store and we saw like they have some Halloween displays
Right.
or decorations, and then what was it? She saw one that was a skull with like it looked like spikes, like little thorns coming out, and she
Yeah.
was like, "Hey, this is what bone cancer
It fucks
is.
with you
That's
so
how it affects
bad.
you." And I was like, "Are you serious? That's what it looks like?"
Yeah,
And
dude, it's
then
so
she's like, "Yeah,
fucked.
dude, it looks so crazy, and like it looks like art, but at the same time, it's really fucked up
It looks
because
so jagged. That's the word, like
yeah,
jagged sort of.
just got spikes coming out of your head, or just any parts of your bones. It's like, yeah, that's bone cancer.
Dude, and then
It's insane how it works.
on top of that, it just requires one blood cell to be like, hey, yo, I'm not gonna do this today. And it becomes one of those that attacks the rest of them, I believe. And then you're fucked. Um,
Did you know, funny thing that we're talking about the body, did you
yeah,
know that your immune system does not know your eyes exist?
not as much, but care to elaborate on that before I go blind?
Okay, so okay, so your mind and body do not know that your eyes exist. It's not part of it. So if it ever came a time where your body or immune system, whatever you call it, if it came to find out that your eyes exist, it's
Oh,
gonna
fuck.
treat it as a threat, and it's gonna make you blind because it'll attack it.
Holy shit. I was just joking around with
Yeah.
going blind, but that got serious.
No,
So
seriously.
then how the fuck do you explain like the or it's weird how you say that, right? But then the
Right.
eyes, don't they transmit a signal or is it just the light that enters it?
I guess that goes to your brain, doesn't go to your immune system.
Oh shit. But wait, but if the brain's the one that's calling the shots, how come it hasn't sent it out yet?
I'm not sure. I haven't gone deeper into it, but it's that's all I know is that your immune system doesn't know that your eyes are a thing, and it would try to destroy it if it ever found out.
That is some wild shit, dude. Hopefully my brain stays restarted, man, because that's a dangerous thing. But since
Yeah.
we are on the topic of things we can't really understand, I guess, is what do you think about the stuff that happens once we're gone, like the paranormal stuff, that type of stuff? We had mentioned that we did want to go ghost hunting at one point once we were
Hmm.
able to, and that kind of
Right.
ties in with that topic. I wanted to bring it up last time because I had saw this guy on TikTok. He goes around and he cleans like the tombs of people. Well, he has
Oh.
that white noise machine or what's it called? The spirit box.
Yes, yes. And then you sometimes they'll communicate to him saying, "Oh, thank you," this and that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know how that works. Obviously, I'm not dead to know.
you
Uh,
could be.
dead inside, but
Not the same.
yeah, but that's something that I wish we knew more about. But nobody knows much about death, because once you die, that's it. You're gone forever. And
That's
without
why
being able to tell someone, yeah,
that's why your brain does that thing where it's like, oh, I just had my life flash before my eyes, is because the brain is trying to find something to relate the situation to calm it down. But since it can't, it'll start going through all of that and stuff like that because it doesn't know how to react to it. But yeah, I came across that guy and I was like, holy shit, dude. Maybe what they do say, because apparently there's been studies where they get a person who is on a deathbed or whatever, stuff like that. Not sure how it goes down, but they put them on like a scale type thing, and when they pass, they notice that they notice something go up, and then they notice that a little bit of weight decreases or whatever the case, it goes down. And they're assuming that that might be like a soul or something like that, that that might actually carry weight,
They
which would
just
be a
shat
very,
themselves.
or they shiggled like I did earlier. Yeah,
Well,
dude.
honestly, it's known to happen once you die. Like you let out some poop because your muscles relax.
Right.
So it just lets it flow out.
But I'm wondering if they're taking that into account as well, or they're not. Because again, how much like waste do we actually have inside of ourselves? You know that once we're fucking done, all of that comes out. I like how this went to shit
Right.
talk so fast. Um,
Yeah, I know. It's the best part of it.
hopefully y'all ain't eating. Um, but yeah, no, I found it so interesting about that because uh that guy, you know, he does this just because he does. He just does, like the only profit I'm assuming he's making from this is like the money that he gets from the TikToks. So it's interesting to see that he goes to these areas where these people have been long forgotten about, or it's people that died way before he was born, way before we were born, all that. And he still manages to communicate with them using a spirit box. Now, as for the authenticity of a spirit box, not too sure.
I mean, they're known to be real, but I mean, I'm a firm believer in if I can prove it myself, then okay, I'll believe it. Or what my eyes can show me, you know?
Hmm.
But
I would really want to buy one, but here's the thing, I'm such a pussy. Um, so I do a restaurant up in North Scottsdale, which I'm not gonna name, but it means red flower in Japanese. And I have seen some shit there, dude, when I've been cleaning at night that I'm just not content with sometimes. So one night we're waiting for my dad to come back. It's me, my mom, and my sister. We're waiting there, and you know we're just talking. It's like six or seven in the morning. Nobody's supposed to be there. Manager gets there at like 8:30. Nobody's supposed to be inside the restaurant, and we're sitting and think of it like where we're at is like the reception area, right? So you got somebody that comes in, they're like, "Hey, welcome to the restaurant. Let me show you to your seat," right? And then be on the other side of that is like a wall. The wall has some seats. We were sitting on those seats, and across from those seats is a bench with pictures of famous people that have come and ate at the restaurant. And from where I was sitting on the bench, you could see into the sushi bar, and by the sushi bar is like these like curtains basically where the people come in and out. And
right.
literally out of nowhere, we just see somebody just fucking zoom on by over there, basically just throw the cape out in the curtain up in the air, like if somebody had gone through. Immediately we booked it outside, dude. We didn't even put the alarm, dude. We just went outside. It got so cold in there, dude, and we just fucking booked it.
Yeah, and I know all of this stuff is real. I've had my experiences with the ghosts. Or at least the one I can remember is just being as a child and seeing like so I forgot what you call them, but it was for laundry stuff, but they used to come in like a yellow box and it was like powder. I don't know what it was. I think it was soap or something. I don't know. Um, that box was thrown at one of my brothers,
Holy
and I
shit.
watched it happen, which was crazy. We were all there and just happened. So I do know about all this stuff and the haunted stuff. You know, it's just
It's just stuff that
um,
we don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like that whole thing when you
yeah,
die, you lose that little bit of weight. Could it be an actual soul that just departs or something like that?
it could be.
Because it's crazy to think about it, right? You just live it out here, you're done, you go, but does our energy actually go anywhere? Is something that I
I
would
guess you
like
could
to know.
say the best way to explain it, I guess for me, would be we're basically a banana. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm. Oh, and
okay,
actually, no, I don't. I'm
the
stupid.
peel of the banana is our bodies. The inside is the souls. And then once you eat the banana, what do you do with the peel?
You just toss it.
What do people normally do when with the banana peel? Because I've seen people that fucking eat them. But
What the fuck? Who's
yeah,
out here eating banana peels? Y'all need to cut
I've
that evil behavior out, man. That's evil, man. That's diabolical.
I've seen people eat it, yes, but
God, who the fuck eats that shit? I'd get it if it's like an orange peel, you can use that for a drink, but what the fuck, a banana peel? Y'all motherfuckers wilding out here,
people
man,
are
in the
crazy,
West.
man. People are people are crazy.
Oh man. No, but
Yeah,
that's
but
a very good thing, but then what happens? You eat up your soul?
basically, like you that part leaves, and then you throw out the banana peel. You throw out the body, basically.
So, while we're on the topic of this, right? Uh, Me and your girlfriend share like somewhat similar taste in music, so we both like Peso Pluma. You know who that is?
Jesus Christ.
Uh,
Yes, I know who that is.
all right. And then
That
for P
motherfucking peso pluma.
the goddamn Peso Pluma. Um, so there's like a theory that's been floating around with his recent album, which I think is called like Exodus or something like that. It's something similar to that. It's
Oh,
basically
explain.
a book from the Bible, and they're saying that there's like cries for help or something like that in some of his songs and some of his lyrics, saying that he might have sold his soul and now that he regrets it. What's your take on it? Do you think that's legit?
I believe that is such a true thing. I'm not saying that he did it because who knows, but it's a real thing. Um, my God, what is the name of that guy? I forgot. Oh my God, I forgot the name of this guitarist, but the story goes, I forgot his name, but he was a famous, well-known artist. He always wanted to learn to play guitar, but he was never good at it. He never found success. And then he was, I think, at a bridge, and somebody came up to him and told him, "Hey, do you want to become famous, learn how to play guitar, be iconic?" He said, "Yes, I would love to. Oh my God." So this person shows him a magical, I guess, not magical, but like a special guitar. He said, "If you take this, you will become huge. You will become a success." And he says, "Well, okay, I would love to take it, but what would you need for me to do that?" And the guy revealed himself to be the devil. He said, "I just want your soul. Just give
Holy
me your
fuck.
soul, and I will give you this." So, like, I don't know his name. I need to do some research on that, but I forgot his name. It's a well-known
I
person
know
a long time ago.
exactly who you're talking about. That was like
I'm
in the
gonna take
1900s or some shit like that.
I think so, yeah. I'm gonna just guess and say Robert Johnson, but I don't think it's that. But I forgot his name. Um, but yes, he ended up selling his soul to the devil, and then he became a huge celebrity. He became famous, he successful, this and that, millionaire, and this and that, all that fun stuff, rich. And it just shows that, like, a lot of these artists might have done it without, like you don't expect. Like now you're saying this Peso Pluma guy, he probably sold his soul to the devil because you gotta understand this guy, he blew up out of nowhere. Like,
Yup,
look,
out of fucking nowhere.
respect to him, congratulations to him, much love and success to him. Keep going. But I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case because it happens all the time. And how old is this guy?
I think he's in like his early 20s or mid 20s, something like that.
Okay, watch out for him when he's 27. Just gonna say
Holy shit.
that.
Actually, you know what? Because I have my phone right next to me. Let me just look up his age because that 27 Club thing that you're referencing,
Yeah,
oh
you
my
know
God, it's
right.
taking
So
quite a
this
bit of people from us.
27 club, he may be
25.
us 25. Okay. Pay attention to him in 2 years just to see. Because Kurt Cobain passed away at 27. I mean, yeah, he offed himself, but still, he passed. I believe Amy Winehouse was also 27
Yup.
when she died. Who else was also
I was about to
part of it?
say Juice World, but no, he passed before 27.
Jim Morrison was also part of the 27 club.
That's another famous one.
Um, Brian Jones from the Rolling Stone was also Jimi Hendrix. Yes, he was also 27.
Jimi Hendrix, you're fucking right.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Janis Joplin.
there was another thing that you had left off from the list, and it was that song that he wrote detailing basically, what can I say? The guy that you're talking about with the guitar, he detailed in one of his songs how to sell your soul. He said that he closed his eyes, he walked the path, and they're like, "Hey, if you're sure you want to continue walking down this path, go this way." And he literally guided himself down that way to an old tree or something like that, where you had to
Hmm.
wait for the devil to show up. He detailed it in step by step. As for the authenticity of that, not too sure. Because
I
again,
looked it up.
yeah,
I looked it up, and yeah, it is Robert Johnson.
holy shit.
He died at 27.
The founder of the 27 Club. That's one club you do not want to be a part of, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, don't do all this devil shit. Yes, I know I'm like a gothic style man, but I'm not doing no selling soul to the devil. That's not something to do. You know, just
It's
if
definitely a
you're looking,
scary thing, man.
if you want success, if you want rich and fame, work for it. Okay, just work for it. It'll come to you.
Oh, dude, it's such a scary thing to consider, though, just like how that falls in the realms of possibility at one point where you're willing
Right,
to exchange that for, you know, for fame and money. It's crazy. Because then
right.
you have people who come out towards the end of their life trying to repent for it. There's a couple artists that have, closer to when they become older and stuff like that, they start turning to God more as like an escape. But it's like you're done. You sealed the deal, dude. There's nothing more you could do.
Of course, of course. And also to mention, kind of changing topics, but
Yeah.
what do you think about this whole theory about Walt Disney having his body frozen or head frozen so he can come back to life later on in the future when they have the technology?
I believe it because first of all, he had the means to do it. He had the money.
Hmm.
However, there's so many things that go into that. So one of them is like whenever they could find a cure for whatever he had, he'll come back into a completely different world than where he left.
Right.
And I don't think readjusting to that's going to be very easy, like very easily. And
Oh,
also
of course not.
depending the state of Disney at the time that he comes back, because if it goes down, something like that, then what the fuck do you do? He doesn't have any income.
Right, right. But Disney is thriving right now. That thing is billions of dollars worth, trillions for all we know. I don't know exactly, but it's a lot of money. But and adding more to that theory is the idea of Frozen, the movie Frozen, being made to discourage people from finding more evidence about him being frozen. What I mean by that is you before that movie came out, you could have gone on Google and looked up, hey, Walt Disney frozen head or frozen, and it'll give you uh theories, I guess, as to if he did it or not. And so a way to kind of deter that and avoid that is now if you go to look up Walt Disney and then look up Frozen, you're gonna those movies, the Frozen movies are gonna be the ones to show up. You're not gonna hear anything more about the Frozen head theory.
And that
And I feel like that
actually,
was
that's a good cover up because the way that people are going to look it up might be just putting in Frozen Disney. Exactly the first thing that's going to hit up is going to be that fucking movie.
the the movie.
And they couldn't have
And
done
keep
it
it
at a better point because, back then this is information that, that wasn't available. And then people started coming up with the theories and stuff like that, and it perfectly lands.
right. And that movie Frozen was such a fucking success. It made so much money. It was a huge hit for them. Seriously. I watched it once and not really my movie, but it was a good movie. It
We're
made a lot
both
of
Little
money. It made
Mermaid
a
fans.
success. Exactly.
Hell yeah, dude.
Under the sea, I like all that stuff, Yeah, hell yeah. No, I'm a
Hakuna
Shrek person.
Matata. Wait,
I'm a
wrong one.
Shrek person and a Barney person before the motherfucker became a pedophile, but
Oh, damn. Who? Shrek?
I'm not sure. No, not Shrek, the Barney.
What the fuck?
I grew up on Barney. Did you know, funny thing, did you know that Selena Gomez and I think Demi Lovato were one of the children in Barney show?
That I did. Well, here's another thing. We're both fans of JoJo, right? We both at least watched it.
Are we
You
talking
remember?
about Jojo Siwa?
No, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. What the fuck are you on, dude? Should I contact the
Yeah.
authorities? And
Jotaro.
The voice actor for Jotaro, right? In Japanese, that dude was Barney at one point.
No fucking way. Are you serious?
Yeah, dude, he was fucking Barney before he started kicking
Jesus.
Dio's ass, dude, which is just funny.
Dude, like all of these celebrities being exposed as like pedophiles,
It's getting
it is
fucking wild, dude.
insane. It is insane. I don't condone any of that stupid shit. And it's just dumb to do stuff like that, you know? Like,
It's so fucked up too because I was watching LA Confidential, right? And that's a movie that has Kevin Spacey, who's been, in that whole mist of being a pedophile and all that. And his character is such a badass. It's this corrupt cop who like works for Hollywood celebrities and stuff like that, murders in the 1950s. And I'm like, I
mhm,
fucking love this dude. And then I had to take a moment aside and be like, damn, he's a fucking pedophile. I hate this guy. It's just a
right,
conflict at this point, dude. I hopefully the rest of them don't come out, bro, but we'll see what the fuck happens.
right. And it's just completely off topic. Did you know that chickens can change their genders?
What the fuck? What a transition! Chickens can change their genders. No, please elaborate.
Yeah, chickens can change their genders.
So whatever point a chicken can be like, yo, let me just drop my dick real quick, just leaves it on the fucking ground. All right.
Pretty much.
What the
Pretty
fuck,
much.
dude?
It's not common, but it can, where a hen can transform into a rooster, like it can happen. Like they can change their genders.
That is a fact that I did not want to know. But
Yeah,
now we know it. All of us learned this together. Chickens are transgender.
just
Um,
fun facts, you know.
just random stuff like that. That's fun.
We should have a segment where we should have like, oh, fun facts with Rager or fun facts with Shady, and then we just start seeing them with random shit like, oh, cockroaches can live a week without a head.
Yeah, also, cockroaches can apparently survive a nuclear blast if needed to.
Seriously?
Yeah, dude, they're not really affected by it, apparently because of their exoskeletons or some shit like that.
Dear Lord.
Which is a scary thought because look at the state of the the world right now, and the war.
Mhm.
Dude, I just sound like fucking Bush, dude, because
Can I ask?
yeah,
Can I ask why the fuck are cockroaches a thing? Like, what do they, like, why?
I have no fucking idea what they contribute to the besides the point that they're literally
To
just food
society,
for
right?
every other fucking small animal out there.
Exactly.
Such a
Yeah,
useless thing. I should probably look that up
I
though.
don't get why that's even a thing, you know?
Do you know what I understand doesn't serve a purpose at all? Fucking
Hmm.
mosquitoes. They don't serve a purpose besides being real fucking annoying. I mean,
I know
cockroaches are
bees
annoying,
do
man,
because
but
I know bees do because they otherwise the plant life would die without them, basically.
yeah, they carry the pollen. It's a necessary
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
But mosquitoes, dude, they don't contribute shit to our society, and yet they're out there, bro.
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah,
Come
but
on, man.
yeah, no, of course they are.
There was one thing though that you got me. I'm trying to remember right now. We mentioned the cockroaches, the exoskeleton. Oh, the state of the world. Are you familiar with the doomsday clock?
I've heard of it too many times, but I never got into it, and I don't understand anything about that. But I've heard about the Doomsday Clock.
So basically, what the doomsday clock is that a bunch of scientists, after the first atomic bomb was detonated over what is it, Hiroshima? And the whole thing with
Mhm.
Nagasaki, they came together. It's an organization. It's not a government one. I think it's just a basic nonprofit, and they track the state of the world, right? And it gets closer to midnight. Midnight being doomsday, the day that mutual assured destruction is, achieved. When the U.S. or Russia, China hits another one with a nuke, obviously we're going to retaliate and nuke them back. And then the allies are going to do something on the other side, and it just basically assures that everybody on here is fucked. And
Right.
that clock ticks closer every every year or something like that. And I don't know the state of it right now with everything happening with all these wars, but that's one thing that I haven't checked. I should.
So
And yeah,
what time is it supposed to be at for it to initiate? Oh, this is the end of the world, basically.
12 o'clock midnight basically. And right now we're 90 seconds to midnight. So, that's fun. And I'm gonna read the statement real quick. So it says, a moment of historic danger. It is still at 90 seconds to midnight. Ominous trends to continue to the point of the world towards global catastrophe. I can fucking speak. Catastrophe.
Catastrophe.
The war in Ukraine and the widespread growing reliance on nuclear weapons, the risk of nuclear escalation. China, Russia, and the United States are spending huge sums to expand or modernize their nuclear arsenal, adding to the ever-present danger of nuclear war uh, through mistake or miscalculation.
Right.
So, in other words, it's just like, hey, you should watch out because this shit's getting crazy. It takes into account the nuclear weapons. It takes into account global warming, life on Earth, basically like animals and stuff like that going extinct or close to it. All these factors go into it, and I think the farthest we've been away from it was in like the 80s,
Right.
80s or 90s when it was like five
That
minutes
was.
towards midnight,
So what are we at right now? 90 seconds
90
to
seconds to
midnight?
midnight. Yep.
Oh, okay. Then that means we're really close to like a global catastrophe that could just wipe out humanity.
Oh yeah, and we're seeing that with global warming, all these port cities and stuff like that going closer and closer to becoming underwater cities because the
Right.
rising tides and all this other stuff. Um, what was I gonna fucking mention? And then right now we're not sure even know how it's gonna go down because you know how the elections are happening, and basically whoever gets put in office it has a major effect over the world, the free world that is.
Yeah, of course. Of course, regardless of who you support, like it's gonna change the world, you know?
Now that gives me a little bit of room to move into the supposed conspiracy, and I mentioned this to you before about how they were planning to assassinate Donald Trump at one point.
Yeah. Well,
So,
again,
uh, basically, the theory goes Boeing got called out in the news for faulty parts, doors
mhm,
falling off, engine failures, bolts not being screwed in, all this other stuff.
right.
And do we know who else has a Boeing plane that they use for personal use?
Is it Donald?
Donald the Don. He
Jesus.
has a plane, a Boeing plane, and apparently the theory went that they were going to plan to kill him on board of the plane or something like that and make it look like an accident. And they were going to chalk it up
Jesus.
to it just being Boeing. And they would have came out on a statement saying, "Oh my God, we didn't expect this to happen. The plane was stable, all this other stuff." And that's basically where we're at with it. And then you had the
And
things with the assassination. I think my theory on this, all right, because this is going to go into the assassination attempt, is that it got so much widespread attention that they basically had to go back and be like, shit, if this goes down, people might know it's more suspicious. So they try to get this kid to hit the Don, but obviously sucks at shooting.
yeah, and did you know that that kid's body was, I think, cremated like days after it happened? Like it happened so fast. They didn't even have time to like perform anything on him. I don't even think they did an autopsy on him. They didn't do anything.
That's
So they're wondering like, why
interesting.
so quick? Like
There,
why? Huh?
well, apparently the other name that's been thrown into the hat is BlackRock. Um, and they're
You have
basically
mentioned you have mentioned that name before, but I just never wanted to listen
BlackRock
what it
is
is.
one of the biggest companies in the entire world. They own a bunch of companies, so like fuel, like oil companies. They own stores. They own a lot of the real estate market throughout the world, right? Like they're a very
Right.
powerful organization. Please don't kill me. Um, and they basically had their name tossed around because this kid did an ad for them a while ago, and they were
Oh.
suspecting that BlackRock had something to do with it because they don't want Donald in office. They want to keep it under Joe Biden. But the issue with that is that well, Joe
Well,
Biden isn't fully there.
yeah, it won't be Joe anymore. It's gonna be Harris. It's not gonna be Joe Biden no more. He's done. He's still running it for now, yes, but once the election comes up, that's it for him. It'll be
Now,
Kamala or it'll be Trump.
that the other thing is you know when they announced, I don't know if you were paying attention, but they announced Kamala running for presidency. Joe Biden wasn't there in person. It was like a message.
Yeah,
Yeah. And in that
but you guys
stutter,
are recording.
yup, there was a thing in the message where she was like, or in the speech where she's like, Joe, I know you're still here on writ, and then basically
Yeah.
backtracked to say the call, basically
Hmm.
saying, hey, you almost got this close to fucking up in front of everybody that was watching you at that time. And
Imagine if she fucked up that bad and said, "Hey, you're still here in the recording." She almost said that.
she was
She'd get
really
red
close,
cannon.
dude.
Oh shit. Yeah, that there's so much. There's oh my God, like
Government's getting
there's so
shady as
much
fuck,
more
no pun
to this
intended.
than what we understand. Oh, of course. And to be honest, it's always been shady.
Yeah.
It's always been.
When hasn't it
Maybe that's
been,
why I
dude?
picked this name. Yeah, no, I don't know. Like I've always heard evil shit coming from them, and I don't know.
We don't know. We're just speculating
It's
stuff because,
insane.
it's fun to speculate these type of things. We don't know what the hell's going on
Yeah.
behind all that.
Take everything with a grain of salt. We can't prove anything at the moment.
But
Yeah.
there was a thing where there were conspiracy. The thing that comes to the end of this conspiracy is that apparently Joe Biden had been dead for a while when that recording was like all said and done, because a couple days after the fact, or after a couple weeks after he said that I'm going to rerun for presidency, there was an emergency call placed towards I think the city of Las Vegas where he was at or something like that. And over the chatter, a lot of people picked up saying, "Hey, we got like an emergency, close off the roads and all this other stuff." And apparently that was for Joe because he was getting very sick and was about to
Hmm.
die, something like that. And
Yeah,
that's when that
apparently,
whole thing just basically blew wide open with that whole like backtrack on the recording thing.
exactly. And what's it called? Apparently, Kamala was going to, I forgot what his hometown is, for something.
Scranton,
I don't know.
Scranton, I think.
Yeah, something like that. And it's like, why do you go for that? Like,
You already
other
look
than to just
suspicious.
basically, yeah, basically just mourn his death, basically. And he's just been replaced by a clone because he looks fine right now.
Apparently
But
so.
previous times, yeah, he didn't know he was out of it.
Well, they said that they would pump him up with for like a bunch of drugs and stuff like that before he went to go on stage. Not sure if there's any like legitimacy to that.
I feel like that would just kill him quicker, like after it wears off.
Supposedly. But you also got to keep in mind that he wasn't really in the public eye as much as the Don was, because every week it would be Donald's doing this, and he couldn't really escape the public eye. But I've seen less with that than with less with Biden, I should say.
Right.
And we don't know what the fuck they're concocting in those labs, man. It gets crazy. Just like do you know the good old H man? Uh he was pumped up filled with I think it was like meth or something, some kind of drug
Jesus.
throughout World War II. I don't know if you knew that.
Fuck.
Yeah, the whole thing when they were conspiracy like basically when he was with Mussolini, he wanted to pull out of the war saying, "Hey, I'm done. Too many casualties." The H guy, he fucking convinced him after being injected with I think heroin or meth or some shit like that. I don't know. It's some kind of injectable drugs. I'm not a drug expert, but he got pumped up with that, and there's footage of the Olympics I think in Berlin. I think,
Yeah.
and you see this guy just like, tapping his leg. He can't like contain himself. He looks like he's spazzing out a little bit. And it's just some crazy footage, dude. All these decisions were made while this guy was under the influence, which is just scary to think about.
Right, 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 right. It's a big old theory, conspiracy theory. Like I said, just take it with a grain of salt. None of this is proven facts, you know.
Supposedly,
Yeah, I mean, we know, but we
we
just
are the
gotta say
government.
that.
Oh man. You got anything to add?
Not to that. I pretty much basically said what I was getting into. Besides what I was hearing that supposedly the assassination attempt was fake because Donald Trump's ear looks perfectly fine. So
Uh,
if it was
I
fake, it was a
seen.
great marketing plan
Oh
because that
yeah.
basically got him a huge ton of votes on the election.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Fucking there's a lot of yeah, 'cause I seen the pictures of him without the bandage and it doesn't look like messed up or anything,
yeah,
despite
it
it
should have
being a
left
graze.
something. Yeah, it should have
Yeah,
left
dude,
something. A bullet just doesn't do that, and your body never heals 100%.
like
It'll
that.
heal. We're not Wolverine, unless this guy has a fucking healing factor that we just don't know about.
You never know, dude.
Probably does.
Just like what was it? Have you seen how they go about putting a new ear in you?
New ear?
Yeah.
No.
They'll take a piece of like I think it's one of your rib bones or something like that, and they'll
Oh,
they'll
what the fuck?
they'll carve it or something like that, and then they'll open up a piece of your arm and basically put that in there to regrow those nerves or something like that. Like it'll like be absorbed by the body, take it out, and then there you go. There's your fucking ear.
What the fuck?
Did you not know
Isn't
that?
No, I did not know that. That's weird.
It's fucking
But isn't your
horrifying.
I know your ears are like cartilages, I think they're called.
Cartilage.
Cartilage?
I can't even fucking say it, but yeah,
Yeah, I can't say it, but yeah, we know. That's like flexible bones. It's not even like, right? How does that work?
that is a flexible bone technically. It's not even supposed to be a bone. It's like a bunch of meat.
We should ask Mike Tyson. He would know.
Yeah, he would know. Did you know he was advertising this fucking that as a candy at one point? Have you seen it?
Take a bite of the ear.
No, legit. He was like promoting it like the ear as a candy, like an edible or something. And then the guy he like ripped it off of him. He's like, "It's not what my ear tastes like." And Mike's like, "Yes, yes, it is. I should know." Fucking Mike, dude. What a fucking beast. Has he gone through with the Jake Paul fight or is that still being held off?
No, I was just about to ask you, what do you think about that? Because it hasn't happened yet. I think it's scheduled for November,
Oh
but
shit.
I think it's stupid. Like this guy is how old is Mike Tyson? In his mid to late 50s, if I'm not wrong.
Late 50s for sure.
Late 50s. Jake Paul, he's young. Like if he lost to Tyson, Paul's career is basically over. He's not gonna lose to him.
We'll just have to see, because honestly,
He's not on
uh,
his way out. Like I'm not saying death, but like his career, like he's done, you know, like he's
no, his
not
career was
boxing no
left
more.
behind a while ago, but I'm going off of the thing that Rogan said, Joe Rogan, on his podcast, how one moment he was interviewing him, right? He was talking to him, chilling, and this guy was like this nice old, like jolly old guy, and then when the fight got announced, not the Jake Paul one, there was another one. He uh he basically got all buffed up. He got all like fucking crazy and shit. And yeah, dude, I'm not too sure. Mike
He's got
Tyson
that
is
hidden
fucking
strength,
dude. Mike Tyson is scary at any age.
dude. I'm telling you, man. I've seen his training videos. This guy still has it. Paul better watch out, man. I'm not saying Jake Paul's not a good fighter. He's a great fighter. He's a
Oh,
great
he's
fighter.
earned that definitely.
Yeah, he's a great
At
fighter.
at first I thought it was a gimmicky thing. I'm like, nah, this guy can't be legit.
Yeah,
And then
but
I
then it started
saw
going
the shit
serious.
that happened. Yup. It's the
His
same thing with
brother's a
his
badass
brother. Yeah.
fighter. Yeah,
But
he's
I
in
think,
wrestling now, but
oh yeah, he
he's a
definitely hung that
badass
up.
fighter.
Um, but yeah, we're nearing like couple seconds until we're done with our second episode. What do you think so far?
Well, I'll say I'm looking forward to that fight, but who knows? Like who knows if it happens? I mean, the only reason why I got delayed was because Mike had an emergency or something like that.
He shiggled.
I don't know what happened, but he shiggled.
He
Yes,
shiggled.
but I'm glad he's all right. And we'll see what happens. It'll be an entertaining fight. It'll make a lot of money, that's for sure.
That's what they're. Yeah, dude, Mike Tyson going back
Yeah,
into the fighting shit, dude. It's gonna be a wild thing to see. I
right.
don't think it's gonna be anything close to prime Mike Tyson, but guess we'll just have to
Oh
see.
no, of course. That's an 80s Tyson. When he came out of prison, oh my God, that guy was
That dude
fucking
was
scary to
fucking
fight.
pumped, dude.
I know. So since we're nearing the end of this second episode,
Mm-hmm.
I should leave you guys with a fun fact. Cows kill more people than sharks do every year.
How the fuck? What do? They just fart in your face and you die?
Well, cows can either trample you or kick the fuck out of you. They kill like 20 people a year. Sharks, on the other hand, kill like 5.
Damn, dude, these cows are
People
getting
have
wild, dude.
people have this misconception that sharks are like, yeah, they're perfect animals, but they think they're so hostile. Like they would rather not fuck with humans. They don't want to mess with us. Like
They'll nibble on you for sure.
they'll-
No, they will. Like they dead ass will. Like
yeah.
they'll like nibble on you to see what you are.
And another reason why they attack is because they think we're like seals.
Yeah, that's exactly
So
why they
that's why they
nibble
go
on
for the
you.
bite. But other than that, sharks, they. But if you look at how many people kill sharks a year, Jesus.
I've heard that shark fin soup isn't even that good, dude. It's just like it's not even there, man. Oh fuck.
They kill over 100 million every year.
God damn.
Sharks are killed all the time.
So, the fact that you mentioned before we get out of here, the seafood, right? We have me and Shady have a good friend who goes by the name of Bramdo, and
Shout out to the homie.
honestly, and uh, we went to the Asian market yesterday, right? And we went to go get some cuttlefish, which is basically like a squid-looking motherfucker, right? And we're waiting in
Huh.
line. We're waiting in line, and this motherfucker comes back with like, they ain't got no, they don't got no, they don't got like no octopus, cause we didn't. I knew the name, but I know he didn't. And I'm like, dude, it's called cuttlefish, and he just gives me like a blank expression, right? And he goes back. He's like, here, why don't you come and check with me? I go check. There it is. There's only one left, and I'm like, we'll split it, whatever. And back to while we're waiting in line, he's like, how do you pronounce it again? And I thought two things. I could tell him it's pronounced cuttlefish, or I could go the other way and say katata fish. And this
It's like a
motherfucker,
Japanese fish.
and this motherfucker was almost about to go to the Asian person up in the front, right? Because it's an Asian store. It's all types of our Asian friends work there, right? And this
Right.
motherfucker was about to say, "Let me get one katata fish." I stopped him,
You
and
should have let him.
I should have let him, but I'm like, nah, dude, it's pronounced cuttlefish. Keep in mind that there was a guy in front of us, right, that just kept looking back at us and all the stupid shit we were saying, dude. It was so
Right.
fucked up, man. That's why I can't take him anywhere.
We should reminding me of stuff like that, like messing with him. We should go to like drive-throughs to start messing with people. You know, just fucking.
Why?
It's like, why y'all put cheese on my cheeseburger?
Sir.
Shut your bitch ass! I'm cool that shit, yo.
Oh man, I did hear about a story though about this guy at Chipotle who wanted more extra guac and got into an argument. He ended up shooting the guy for not giving him extra guac.
What?
Yeah,
What?
yeah, dude. Some dude got shot because he didn't give this dude extra guac.
He got shot over not giving more guac.
Yup.
Where was this?
I forgot what town it was. I think it might have
but
been
what was this?
California.
Like, what fast food place was it?
Chipotle.
Oh my God, I love Chipotle, man.
Yeah, dude, just don't get fucking E. coli or shot.
Oh my God. Cola. Nah, come on, don't ruin Chipotle for me, man. Don't ruin it for me.
Oh, dude,
Nah,
I'll
nah,
let you
nah. I
ruin it
don't.
on yourself, dude. What the fuck? You
Yes,
need to be
please.
shitting and farting.
I'll Nah, that's Taco Bell.
Oh shit, you're right. Fuck. Alrighty then, I think that concludes the second episode, right?
Yep.
Oh, and
Yep.
my
That
timer
is the
went off.
second episode.
Alrighty then. That concludes
Hopefully,
it then.
yeah.
And,
If you guys like this, share it with your friends, family. Get more people into it. And we will keep providing this content.
and shout out to our first hater, Jessica. I don't know how to pronounce
Oh,
her name.
she is a hater.
Dude,
Jessica, I'm gonna call her. I ain't gonna call her Jessica. It's gonna be Jessica.
Jessica. Alrighty then, shout out to our first hater, Jessica.
Our first hater. Yeah.
Jessica. Alright then, I think that's where we'll leave it then. Alrighty,
All
thank you
right.
everybody. And we'll see you in the next one.
You're welcome.